Are you looking for help with how to prepare for the IELTS speaking test? Do you want to feel more confident and reach for Band 9? Even if you just want to improve your English pronunciation, in this video, these are exactly the things I'm going to help you to do. This is part 5 of a 6-part video series for how to prepare for the IELTS speaking test, specifically how to improve your pronunciation, which means that it'll be just as useful for those of you who are not studying the IELTS speaking test. So in the last video, we looked at weak sounds and how they are pronounced in unstressed syllables and some grammatical words. So if you haven't seen that video, then click here and go to that video, and I'll wait here while you catch up. If you have seen that video, then you'll know that this video is about linking sounds. Now, have you ever noticed how in English, when one word meets another word, the sound at the end of the first word links to the sound at the beginning of the next word. And that's really important for fluency and coherence. And sometimes the sound at the end of the first word and the sound at the beginning of the next word can change completely. So it's vital in order to sound confident and clear in your English. Now, there are 3 patterns that you can follow. So here they are. Consonant to vowel. Words that end with a consonant link to words that start with a vowel, and so they connect with each other. For example, get up sounds more like get up, and come in sounds more like come in. Number 2, vowel to vowel. Words that end with a vowel often insert a consonant to link to words that start with a vowel, and these are called intrusive consonants, and in British English we have 3 of them. The first is the W sound, as in wet. For example, who opened the door sounds more like who opened the door, who opened, can you hear that? And no entry sounds more like no entry, no entry. The second is a y sound, as in yet. For example, she opened sounds more like she opened, she opened. Can you hear that? It's more like ye opened, she opened. And I asked sounds more like I asked, I asked. And the third is an R sound, as in rent. So for example, put the pizza in the oven sounds more like put the pizza in the oven, pizza in the oven. Can you hear that? In the oven, pizza in the oven. And saw in half sounds more like saw in half, saw in half, rin half, saw in half. And the last one is consonant to consonant. Now, if those 2 consonant sounds are exactly the same, we wouldn't say both, we would only say one. So for example, stand down sounds more like stand down, stand down. But notice how I slightly pause on the D, and this indicates that there are 2 words, and this is the join between them. The same is true for this. Feel lazy sounds more like feel lazy, feel lazy. And big glasses sound more like big glasses, big glasses. But when there are 2 different consonants that meet between words, their pronunciation can completely change. So for example, in thought-provoking, the T at the end of thought is actually pronounced as a P. We don't say 2 P sounds, we only say one, but we slightly pause in order to indicate that there's a join between them. So thought-provoking becomes thought-provoking, thought-provoking. This is because it helps words to link together, and it's an important part of fluency. It's called assimilation, and native English speakers use it all of the time because it really adds fluency, but it's also an important part of pronunciation. So if you want to keep learning more about how to prepare for the IELTS speaking test, then click here. It'll take you to the final video in the series. But if you want to learn more about linking sounds and assimilation, then why don't you click here and download a free resource that I've created. It gets to the heart of linking sounds and assimilation. It gives you a load of practice material, a load of audio for you to listen to. So why don't you click here and download that right now. Just before you do that, however, if you enjoyed this video and you want to find it easily again, then click like so that you can find it easily again. And why don't you consider subscribing to this channel, because I post weekly videos here every Tuesday at 8:30 p.m. GMT local London time. So I hope to see you here next week.